Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism open discussion session. If you are brand new to our open discussion, what this is all about is us learning, sharing, and supporting one another. So if you have a question, you want to say something, share some good news, some not so good news, please feel free to share it in the chat. If you see a question in the chat area that you can answer or give some advice, please share. That's what this is all about. And hey, Mr. Charles, I am going to leave the link in there. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
Hey everybody, I'm Linda. I'm the other admin.
Mr. Charles. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Spencer. Hello, my son's substitute teacher. His current teacher is on medical leave. I get no replies to messages or questions. We have a parent teacher conference on Thursday. I'm gonna confront her. Yeah, I think that, well, it's a good thing you have an upcoming parent teacher conference because you can definitely ask her what's going on. Why isn't she responsive? How you doing, Mr. Charles?
Oh, doing fine. How are y'all doing, Nita and Linda? Hi,
Hey
Sonia.
Charles.
Hey, Sonia. How long is the his current teacher on medical leave for? Do you know, Spencer? There's Michelle. Hey, Michelle.
Hey Michelle.
Hey, Anita.
Hi, Anita. Hi, Michelle.
There's RS. Hey, RS.
Hi, Steve.
Let me pull this blind. It's getting dark outside. 1 second.
Hey Steve. Yeah, no. He's literally sitting right in front of me. 6 weeks and she's on maternity leave, I take it.
Hey, Spencer.
I don't know. I didn't even realize I took myself off the screen. Oh, let me start the camera back up. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah, I would definitely ask the substitute teacher. Maybe she doesn't realize that she's supposed to respond, not giving her any excuses, but I don't know what could be going on. Oh, go ahead, Linda.
She's definitely going to be filling in for a significant amount of time to know that, or to be taking over the messages and the contact and everything.
Right. Okay. So how's everybody? I had put out a video. I don't know if you guys seen with DeAndre's hands. He has, I guess you would say, arthritic hands now because they
Really?
Yeah, the video I put it on the main page, but they've been like that for a while. And we've been using everything. The doctor says there's nothing really we can do with them, but it's from his hand stemming.
Oh man!
Because you know how he just constantly,
Yeah.
rubs his hands. So it's nothing really we can do about it, but treat it. His knuckles are just swollen. They just
Yeah.
And he won't say, and I'm sure he's feeling some discomfort, but DeAndre just keeps on like nothing's wrong.
Hi, Teresa.
That's good, Teresa. Doing great. Thanks for asking. Awesome.
Hi, Anita.
So what's been going on, Linda? How have you been?
Uh, So let me see. Last Sunday we were on here. Emily had got sick that Thursday before last
Uh-huh.
live, and she's still out of school now.
She's
She's
still out of school. Oh, poor baby.
Yeah, that cold. So she had been wearing a mask like since the pandemic. She went
Okay.
back to school last year in person. She still wore it. Then people started to not wear them, but I had to go to get to Japan, and you have to do testing to fly out, to land, and
Right.
everything. So then when I was in Japan, we found out about Steve needing surgery. So she had to continue wearing her mask because he had to be healthy for surgery and then for recovery. And then so finally, that last Tuesday, we said, okay, you don't have to wear your mask anymore. And she got sick 2 days later,
Wow.
and she's still sick. She's on 4 different asthma medicines now because her asthma flared up. So
Yeah.
she's on 2 treatments in the nebulizer, 2 different ones. Then she's on an oral steroid and then a maintenance prescription pill. So we're waiting for the flare up. We're trying to get the flare up to go down because Emily will not take it easy at school.
Okay.
She knows what's expected normally, so she will not like cut corners. She will not. She's like she does everything to the fullest. So we don't want her to get to school. And it was really bad. Today's like borderline, and she can take another dose of the steroids tomorrow if she's still coughing, which we'll probably end up giving it to her.
Okay.
And then hopefully it knocks it out the next dose. But
Yeah.
yeah, because we don't want her to go into a flare at school because the inhaler's all the way in the office and it
Oh
has to
yeah.
be called for. And she has to probably request it. They have to notice it and everything, and then she has to request it. And then Emily doesn't like to say she's sick, so.
Oh yeah. Now does she uses the handheld
Uh,
inhaler?
sh- she has a handheld inhaler, but it has a mask like you would do with an infant,
Oh,
but it's
like
an adult
holding.
size mask.
Okay.
Yeah. So she
I
has that at
think I
school,
need to
but
get
she has a machine at home,
okay, I need to get DeAndre one of those
the
with
face mask.
because yeah, he's not getting the inhaler, the push inhaler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I just think, let me just put the mask on her and she'll breathe in there for a minute or two and
Right,
then
right.
yeah. But only she hasn't had to have the nebulizer too often, but this is definitely one of those times that she's on it, and hopefully she'll be back hopefully Tuesday or Wednesday. It's
Yeah,
been
hopefully.
it'll be 7 days if she goes back on Tuesday.
Oh, poor
Yeah.
baby. So yeah, I hope she
And
gets better.
yeah,
Jaden
thank you.
is the same way. His asthma flared to something. And yes, definitely.
Ah,
Definitely.
yeah, it's a
Eh,
mess when you get the asthma going right after
Oh
like the
yeah.
virus.
Oh yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah. So how's things been going with you, Mr. Charles?
Well, things been going good.
Okay.
Um, you know, we've been all those fun things to do. Tomorrow I'm going to New York. Well, Linda knows about this. We set up the carts and on a busy street corner in the city, and I'll be at the corner of Martin Luther King Boulevard and Malcolm X Boulevard in Manhattan.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
All
What's the
right.
weather going to be like?
Uh, they're it's raining right now, and they're saying the rain should stop tomorrow morning. So by the time we get there, our first shift starts at noon. So by that time, the rain should be ending, hopefully.
Yeah, nice. That's good. Perfect.
This weather is crazy. We had a beautiful day today, but just a couple of days ago, it was freezing.
Was it?
Yes, but it was beautiful today. I think we got up to 72. If
And
I'm
one
not.
thing, if the weather is bad, we can go inside the subway station, and then there we're shielded from the rain.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's good.
New York has that kind of crazy weather too.
Hmm. Seems like everybody's weather is just so whatever it is, it seems like it's extreme. Like if it's cold, it's a like here it's been extremely hot this summer. Like I think this summer, our town for Northern California, where I live in my town, we broke the record for Northern California high, like 117. I think it was on Labor Day.
Ooh,
But it's
wee.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Wow.
like
Yeah.
just,
So
oh,
it got up to
goodness.
temperature got up to 47. Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's like, oh my goodness. But it's
Yeah.
like how Michigan had that the windstorm go through.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like everything is just like so extreme, you know. It's just goodness.
Crazy. The
Mm-hmm.
weather is
Like you
just
can't.
crazy.
It is.
We had a couple of days freezing. We got down to, yeah, it's, I mean, all around, it's just crazy.
Well, I
Goodness.
know, as far as the temperature goes, though, when I was in Las Vegas back in August of 2004, we had a couple of days temperature got up to 48. So
And what did you say it was here? Oh, so it was about like 120, huh?
there's 47. There you said it got to
Oh, excuse
47.
me.
So
Oh, okay, 47 to 48. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was yeah, it was we have there's desert in some of California's desert in Southern California, Death Valley. I
yeah,
thought they got up to 128, I thought. But they were usually
yeah,
like 117 and now we're down here.
yeah.
We
So
were
that
at
means it
We are
got up
117.
to
doing that
53 there.
extreme heat. You can't
Mm-hmm,
do
yeah.
anything.
Hey,
No, you
Monique.
can't. It's like people in Arizona, they try to get everything done early in the morning,
Right.
Hey,
get
Monique.
back in the
Hey,
house.
Monique,
Hey,
how are
Monique.
you? Teresa says my son David allergies kicks in, and when his allergies kick in, and then his asthma kicks in too. Yeah, that's how DeAndre his is worse during this time of the year, fall and winter. He's more prone to sickness during this time of the year.
That's how my kids were always too. Like the two that would get asthma flares with their cold, it was always more in the fall and the winter. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, it was like the cold, dry air sometimes would do it. It would just have it just keep going. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Our babies and these illnesses,
Hmm. Oh, really?
what we go through.
We felt so bad for Emily because we had told her, okay, you know, and she had been like just like a trooper with her mask. And we talked about it and we said, okay, you know, you don't have to wear it anymore. She was so excited. And we felt so bad when she was sick on Thursday. We thought, oh my goodness, you know, we told her she didn't have to. Of course, you know, as parents, you always feel guilty,
Right.
you know, when something happens.
Mhm.
We felt so bad. But one thing is, she does not like to miss school, and she has not brought up school not one time in this, what, the whole last week and then the 2 days before that and the other week. She
Uh,
has not said anything about like school or asking. But you know that the Wednesday before she got before she started getting sick, that
mhm.
day before, the teacher texted and said she had a rough day at school and she had a
Okay.
few fits and she was screaming and stuff. We figured out that night when she started looking sick. We was like, oh, that's why she wasn't feeling well.
She wasn't feeling well, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. So, but you know, but our kids don't really speak up. You know, they're not able to say, "Hey, I'm not feeling well." You know, this,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Hmm.
it made sense though. As soon as she started getting symptomatic.
Ashley Jones says the schools are terrible, especially if your child is nonverbal. It's scary.
Hmm.
Where are you located, Ashley? Let's just say some schools they don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, some schools are not really good with children that are nonverbal if they don't have a good program in
Hmm.
place.
Or a good team.
Yep,
Yeah.
it definitely takes a good
Hmm.
team. Where are
And it
you
almost
located, Ashley?
takes you speaking up, being that loud, you know, the squeaky wheel for them to know, you know, always stay in contact and let you know
Right.
things because you're going to be asking.
Mm-hmm. I can't get Queen to take her mask off for anything unless she is in her. Queen says she's not taking any chances.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how she was too. That's why we felt so bad. Oh my goodness. I felt like crying when it happened. Oh my goodness. Because, you know, we told her.
Right, right.
That's probably how I would have been, if this pandemic had occurred when I was her age.
Hmm. Michelle says, "Yeah, a good team really makes it." Yes, it definitely does.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely does. If you don't have the right people on your team, everything just go. I'm getting prepared. Uh, I have IEP meeting on the. We have to look because we had to change the date. I think it's Monday the 14th. So, and the thing is, it's late afternoon. So instead of early in the morning, it's 1 o'clock. But hopefully, this one will go smoothly. Um, I've been keeping, in constant contact with his teacher. So, I just about know where he's at and what we need to do. So, yeah, definitely have to. No one's new. No one has come in new so far that I know of anyway right now. So hopefully everything goes smoothly come Monday.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, yep.
That Monday.
Yeah.
Her teachers have never really.
Who?
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
this has
Oh,
been since
really?
they went back from the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Right.
Goodness. Yeah, and that was one thing that I kind of learned too. I don't know if Queen was she wore it the whole time, so I don't know if she was sick. Like since 29 oh no, early 2020 before everything shut down. That was the last time Emily was sick. She didn't get sick the entire time. So when she got sick, I kind of felt like it was kind of good, your immune system needs some kind of, um but she might have been more sensitive to it too because she hadn't been sick. But
Right.
yeah, I feel like the mask worked, at least for what we were doing, it helped her not be sick any of that time.
Mhm.
Because some people, well, I mean, everybody could be different anyways, and it has more to do with just the mask. But I know the mask helped Emily to a degree.
Yeah. And DeAndre, he won't. He'll keep it. He's pretty good about keeping a mask on in class unless you tell him to take it down. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, he'll pull it down. But yeah, they still make them wear them on the bus. It's mandatory getting on the
Oh,
bus.
really?
Yeah, he
Okay.
has the bus driver. He's like, mask.
He
Yeah.
ain't playing.
Hmm. Let's see. Most of Jaden's team is new, and it truly helped out. Sometimes yes, yep,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. But next year it will all change again since he goes to middle school. Oh yeah, get the ball rolling all over again. But you are exactly right. Sometimes changes are needed.
Mm-hmm.
New faces, new team, um, new type of experiences for our kids. Last Friday, my son' allergy was really bad, and I wanted to keep him home from school, but my son did not want to stay home at all. He did not want to miss school, and he wanted to go to school. Okay. Well, at least you know he loves school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at least you know he loves school, Teresa. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's and this illustrates too something with the fact that kids on the spectrum tend to like routines.
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
can use that to your advantage if you try to build routines that are positive.
Hmm.
Um, then you don't end up in the boat that some parents in this group have ended up in, where they're wrestling with their kid to get them to go to school.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I don't want
We
to go
were
this morning. No.
Yeah, we were on that side too. I could, oh my goodness, I thought those days would never end, and here we are on the opposite side now. We were actually scared to tell her that she wasn't gonna be able to go, the next morning.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, she has not asked though, because I know she's not feeling. She knows she's not
And
feeling
she
well.
probably knows, I'm still not
Exactly.
feeling well. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think when she's feeling well, like if like she starts feeling well tomorrow or something, she'll probably start asking.
Ooh,
Um,
yeah.
she's never been sick. She lost her godmother, and her dad was on life support. She don't trust it. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Good night, everyone. Nita, Linda, Charles. Oh, good night,
Good night,
Stacy.
Good
Stacy.
night, Stacy.
Thank you for popping in. Yep, that's for sure. Yep, it's always good when they want to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fight to keep Jaden home. It's a fight every weekend.
Oh wow, he wants to
Mhm.
go to school 7 days a week. Wow.
Right. Hmm. But that is right. They are our babies can be stuck in those routines. I know if DeAndre misses a couple days because there was a time he didn't want to go to school at all. He's like, no school. But if we get into the week and he hasn't been to school, he'll actually say, school, school. It's like,
Oh, nice.
I need to
Yeah.
go to school. Why am I here?
And there's the fact too that the holidays, and now with a lot of school systems, and here in Connecticut, it's true. They observe holidays for all the various religions that they expect are going to be represented in the schools. So that means that it's almost guaranteed that school is going to be out for some holidays that you don't celebrate.
Hmm.
Um,
Right. They are
Mhm.
getting very diverse with the religious holidays because it was some holidays I forgot what it was. Um, is it a Muslim holiday? I believe they just celebrated, and the
yeah,
kids got
Aid. Yeah,
a couple days off. Yeah, so they're being very inclusive with the children and the different religions.
yeah,
Stacy says, my son is exhibiting separation anxiety and have challenges and changes. He want everything around him in a particular way. Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I could say that too with DeAndre. You cannot move his, for instance, his bedroom. You can move some things, but that chair of his game chair, if you touch it, even to sweep up under there, it's a problem. He's right behind you, pushing it back, and oh my goodness,
yeah. Probably best to wait to do that till
yeah,
he's visiting his father.
yeah.
Uh,
I have to because he goes ballistic. It's like, okay,
well, it's interesting that Cindy and Cindy today asked me, as she just rearranged some things in the house, asked me, how I feel about it. I said, I've gotten used to the fact that that's something women like to do.
yes. Last year he hated school. Isn't that something? One minute they don't want to be bothered with school, and next
Mhm.
minute it's like, let's go to school. And I think too with DeAndre, they are starting to add more programs, or they have added more programs, so they are always busy. The swimming,
Mhm.
they have a peer to peer program where they go with the peers are the
Gen Ed.
yeah,
Mhm.
general ed population, where she has like, I think she has 3 or 4 students that come into the class and works with them, but they go out and have like a field day or a play date. So they do that once a week, and then they have the special Olympics coming up, and so they got so many activities, and they're trying to do the field trips once a week, which I really love. Keep them busy.
Mhm. Yeah,
Keep 'em
exactly.
busy. Yeah.
Yep.
What advice you all have for adjusting aggressive behavior when he doesn't get his way? Any parental advice, Mr. Charles?
Yeah. Again, what you do about it, you're the mother and you have to decide what's best. But, the thing is, you got to realize, keep the goal in mind. This aggressive behavior isn't going to work for him as an adult. And so you have to get it to stop. And how you go about getting to stop, I'm, that what's the best way depends on child and depends on to some extent on you as the mother too, and what's the best way, because you have your parameters as to what you're willing to do in regard to discipline and what you're not willing to do. But if you allow it to go on, you're in effect teaching him that it's okay, and then it becomes a even greater problem if you try to put a stop to it. So you have to, from the get go, make it clear this doesn't go. And one simple thing is, don't give in. Don't let him have his way because he throws the tantrum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I
guess.
think
Other words, you got to use that mom voice. Yeah.
yeah, I think also too, you can get, I'm not saying that it's, well, technically positive reinforcement is a type of discipline anyways, because with positive reinforcement, when he does right or he does it the way that, is acceptable, you reward him for it. And then when he doesn't, then he doesn't get a reward. So with typical neurotypical children, you don't normally reward them for doing the behavior that's expected of them. But with autism, it can often be beneficial in teaching them this is the way we prefer that you handle it versus this way. So positive reinforcements work. ABA will also help. I don't know if he
I
has
was
ABA
just about to
services,
say that too.
and
Yeah.
they work a whole lot with positive reinforcement and not responding to the negative behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Sometimes, that's the thing. The response, maybe the reaction, maybe what he's looking to get, and this is true of neurotypical people too. Kids, adults, all ages. Um, it's just like the office gossiper is not looking to get a promotion or a raise for spreading office gossip. Office gossiper is looking to be rewarded with a hearing ear.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so while we have this little moment, I do want to remind everybody that if you are coming in from the main page, we do have a parent support group. Make sure you guys join that. If you are in the Detroit metro area, have the parent support group for Detroit. I'm looking for members to come on in and join that. We have support for dads, Autism and Us support for dads. If you are a dad or someone, a male on the spectrum, make sure you join over there. Homeschool, if you are interested in homeschool, need information and want to share resources, we also have a homeschool group, Autism and Us, Autism and Us. And you are so welcome, Stacy. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So what else is going on, you guys? Anything interesting?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, we're gonna have to. I should have got a focused topic going this evening. My mind has been all over the place, but I am going to do it for next
When you come
week.
back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, you're gone next week, right?
Right. I'll be
Yeah.
gone next week. Hey Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah, so next week I will be gone. So maybe Linda, if you're up to it, you and Mr. Charles can host.
Okay.
Okay, glad to do that.
Awesome. And maybe think of a focus topic for next week. Something
Okay. Charles, if you have something that comes to mind, let me know. We'll throw it out there.
Okay, all right. Just waiting for your football game to start. Yeah.
Uh-oh, football.
But it's one of the things I was thinking about was to the part about getting his way. I remember one form that takes to is is being a sore loser. You can't stand to lose a game, and that's how I was as a kid. And my parents had to work with me on that quite a bit. You know,
Yeah,
now
you have to learn to lose.
now when I'm playing a game with Cindy, the thing is to lose to her because then I get to give her a victory kiss.
I like that. My son is going on his first field trip this year to the pumpkin patch. All right. So he can pick out a pumpkin and make some pumpkin pie. Awesome.
Yeah,
Are there any single moms to autistic children? It's tough. It's tough is an understatement. Anyone in the chat
well,
want to
you're looking
respond?
at one right here, and there are others in the group. There are quite a few in this group.
Yeah, quite a few. It is a lot of single moms. And yes, we understand it. It definitely can be tough when you don't have the support and help you need. I need your help. Is it okay? I can give him,
Give him B.
Benadryl for his 80. Well, we're not doctors, so I don't know if it's any parent in there that in the group that's tried Benadryl that can tell you how it affected their children.
And
But
I'm
yeah,
not
That's
go
been
ahead.
asked that question of a pediatrician.
Yeah,
definitely. And I do know that some people have said this before, and I don't know if he's had Benadryl before, but definitely, yeah, you want to talk to his doctor about that and for the specific treatment of ADD. But I have heard people say, and I know that my daughter doesn't respond well to Benadryl. She gets really aggressive with it. And I heard, so it might make us without ADD calm down and relax, and they use it for sleep. But I've heard the opposite with ADD. So definitely you want to talk to the doctor about treating him with Benadryl for ADD anyways. And we don't give medication advice as far as that. But
right.
that is something, yeah, you might want to discuss with your
Best
doctor.
any of these questions about medication, talk with your pediatrician or child psychiatrist or
Hmm.
whoever, your whoever's the appropriate doctor to talk about
Hmm.
that. But
Yeah, because like
we need advice from a medical professional on that.
yeah, because
Hmm.
what works for one, like Linda was saying, may not work for another. It'd
Yeah.
be a whole mess.
Exactly. And even though it's an over-the-counter medication, it's
Right,
not a medication that is that's not one of the treatments it's
right.
listed for. So definitely, yeah, your doctor can most likely help you out with if you're
Yeah,
looking for a medication.
'cause that's normally an allergy medicine.
Mhm. So shout out to all the mommies and dads. Yay!
Yeah.
And shout out to you, Stacy. Thank you for the platform. You are welcome. Michelle
I'll
said, "Oh, go ahead, Mr. Charles."
I'll add on your question too about single mothers. My daughter, she, her marriage ended in divorce when the kids were little, and my grandson at the time was not quite 2 years old at the time that they split, and so and she raised them by herself. And my grandson, although he's never been evaluated, never been diagnosed, we both believe he's on the spectrum, and he believes he is too.
Mhm. Okay. Oh, he also has that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Michelle says, I'm a single mom. It is tough, but that is why you get a good support team. Exactly. And hopefully, you can have those supportive people around you. Rachel says, I have to lock him up for 72 hours.
Wow.
72
Or
hours.
oh, 70 a medical hold.
Is that
Let's
what
see,
that is?
Rachel. Usually, yeah, usually it is 72 hours when you put them on a medical hold at the hospital. I don't know if
Oh,
that's what she's saying though, but 72 hours, it is 3 days.
okay. Yeah, I would definitely talk to a doctor. Honestly, it works differently in each person. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing. I see a lot of questions in this group about medication, and really, I have to say this is not the best place to ask those questions. Better go to your doctor, go to your pediatrician, your child psychiatrist, whoever's the appropriate doctor to talk with about that specific medication question.
Right.
And if
Because,
you're
yeah,
And if you're going to ask, like, as far as other people using specific medications, how it's reacting with their child, that would be one thing. But definitely, no matter what they say, you should always check with your child's doctor.
Always.
yeah,
Always.
yeah. I mean, that's one thing. A type of question where
Hmm.
your doctor prescribes a certain medication for your child, you give it to him, and now you start seeing what look like side effects, what appear to be side effects. Yeah, valid to bring that up in the group and ask, has anybody else seen this side effect with this
Hmm.
medication?
Mm. Teresa says, I'm a single parent doing an awesome job, Teresa. Rachel said he is so bad. Let's just say he's active. He's just really, really active.
I
How old
always,
is he? How old is he, Rachel? He hit his
His
age
aid.
school. Oh wow.
what was it?
His age. Um
Um,
nanology. I sold my children. Oh Lord Jesus.
Oh
Okay.
man.
what? What?
Let
Let me
me
see. Do you want me to go ahead and block it? Oh, you got it?
yeah. Let me see. Yeah.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, always.
Always
I
someone.
had to look at that like
Oh
what?
man.
Oh my goodness.
And that reminds me of the game of life, where at the end of the game you sell your children.
Goodness.
Oh, he's 5. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Add me in chat. Um, I'll be putting the link. Look out for the link in about 10 minutes, Rachel. That was I don't know.
Somebody who won't be commenting again.
Right. Because
So
I'm
we don't even
looking
have
at
to
it,
worry
I'm
about
like, what is that?
And what I was gonna say was, with her and her son, um, when you think about it, it's rough on you, and we go through the same thing. To a degree, we all know it's rough on us, but when you turn it around, you kind of look at it, what it must feel like for them. So
Mhm.
we're trying to give them the best quality of life. It's hard on us, but the point is to try to they can't be happy, in that moment either. So we're trying to, instead of looking at them as maybe their fault, maybe looking at them as what can we do to help them and change it.
And
Yeah.
finding an outlet too for energy for when you got a hyperactivity issue. My daughter
Hmm.
was only recently diagnosed with ADHD, but obviously she had it all along, just didn't know it, and hadn't heard of it at the time that she was born. Yeah, I think I first heard of it when Dorothy maybe was in her teens or something, but I didn't really relate it to her. But she had a way though at that age to run off her hyperactivity. She played her favorite game. She would run right at me over and over again, shouting, "Watch out for the woman driver! Crash!"
And then also, I'm not sure if she put ADD. I don't know if she meant ADHD or ADD. Um,
Right.
but
I
even
think
without the
she meant
hyperactivity, it's difficult as well.
yeah, but I think she meant the ADHD because she's saying that he hit the teacher and when I was saying just say he's active. He's so bad. I
Yeah,
think he
yeah,
has that hyperness
yeah.
to him. Now I could be wrong. She, maybe she could chime in. Um, I have limited resources and limited support, so it feels like I just can't make it at times. Oh wow,
Yeah, that's too bad.
that's tough. But we do understand. I know it can be tough. Give me a second, you guys. Linda, I'm getting ready to
Okay.
start my pot.
Okay. Okay. Stacy says, I agree, Linda. I can only imagine how tough it can be despite it all. I love him so dearly and feel blessed when I think of it. And of course, we know you feel like that. It can be frustrating and hard sometimes. And yeah, hopefully, it's always us thinking about their quality of life, right? And wanting them to be happy as well. Michelle says, some advice I can offer, ask the school if they have in school counseling. Honestly, try to get all the resources available.
That's good advice. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. All the resources, um, support like this, like the support group, talking to others that go through similar circumstances. Even going through his doctor, the doctors will have groups not only for him, but for you as well, to get you through some things. So definitely that's another place for resources. Thanks, Michelle. And um, Rachel says, um, Rachel said, what was that? I'm not sure if you're asking about when she said she would add. Oh, no, no, sorry, I remember now. That was the the comment that was blocked right before that.
Yeah, yeah. Person that said
uh,
they had sold their kids
for $30 each, and now
thirty
they're free.
thousand dollars each.
Is that what they said? I thought they.
Yeah, I read 30K. Yeah, thirty
Yeah, it
thousand.
probably. Yeah, I guess I don't know if they're willing to sell their kid. They guess they can sell their kid for anything, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
Well, I
they
remember
want it back.
some years back there was a story that made national news. Some couple in Indiana sold their 12-year-old daughter for that amount to $30,000 to a man who had a history of child molestation. And anyway, the judge had no mercy on those parents, sentenced them to, I think, 30 years in prison, something like that. They gave them,
Oh my
a
goodness.
long sentence. He'd never seen anything as bad as what they did.
Oh my goodness. Um, mm, Leisha? Leisha says, just come across this live. My son is high functioning autistic. He also has ADHD. I'm only just starting to get support from therapies because wait lists are massive due to COVID here in Australia.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, that's done a number on a lot of things.
Mhm.
I'm back.
Good to have you with
Uh,
us, Leisha.
yes,
Yes,
definitely. Yeah,
Dawn.
welcome. Hmm.
Welcome.
Michelle says, I mean, $30 might not get you even back home. Well, I think they was actually just trying to get them. The person said, I mean, the person was just happy to be alone, supposedly. But anyways, they're alone now. They're not. They won't be joining us. Um, um, Michelle, welcome. Thank you for the welcome. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Okay. So I am going to put the link in, Rachel, if you're still out there, if you want to come up. This is also a time for anyone, if you have information you want to share, if you're doing something awesome for autism, you are more than welcome to come on up and share that. Want to share some good news, not so good news, any last words, words of inspiration? Now it's time to come on up and share. The link is, I just posted the link in the chat. So feel free. You are welcome.
And since Steve is here this week, he wasn't here last week, but uh, he's back for the first time since his surgery. He
Welcome
did
back, our ass.
Welcome back, Steve.
he did so well. It was so he had the surgery on a Thursday, and he came home by the end of that day, and then he's 4 weeks out this last Thursday. But do you guys know, on Monday, the Monday right after that Thursday, so like what, 4 days later, he was
Uh,
up around doing laundry,
oh,
doing
wow.
things around the house. We was like, no, you have to sit down, you have to do this. He had seriously had a partial kidney removal for the cancer, and he was
Ooh,
up doing stuff. So I didn't want to say
That's
that when he,
awesome.
yeah, since he was back this week, I thought I'd make him, I'd give him a shout out for that.
All
For
right. Well, that's awesome. I'm
yeah.
glad
yeah,
he's
he
up
sprung,
and
yeah, he
about and
sprung for that.
feeling good.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, he did.
awesome.
He did really good. It was so cool because Emily knew we were prepping her beforehand, letting her know that he would go to the hospital, and everything. And
Okay.
then so she would ask about it, periodically. But yeah, so it was good. He had his downtime, not very much, but we couldn't keep him down anyways. He wanted to get back to normal, so but he did really good. We're glad.
All right. That's awesome. And there is Rachel.
What's up?
Hey, Rachel, how are
Hey,
you?
Rachel.
Hi,
Hey, what y'all
Rachel.
doing? Hey, Charles. Well, Damien, I took him to school every morning. I have to pick him up, drag him out, get to school,
You're breaking up, Rachel.
car. That's all. I
You're
had to put him
breaking up.
in, get him. I had to get him and put him in the building. Okay. So Thursday, he started to have his meltdown. He took one of the toys and he started one hit one of the aides in the face with it.
Oh, don't.
Then he decided he wants to escape from him. Yes, sir. He escaped. He ran the school property. So they
Oh,
had one
Wow.
teacher and a cop thing. Well, then he decided he wants to do it again, but they finally got hold of him and set him in there. Then when it came to recess time, he didn't want to get off the playground ground to get back to the class and do work. So then they told me if I don't get any help for him, they're going to kick him out of public school. I said, okay, well, I'm going to take him to the children's hospital. Well, since he's autistic, they cannot see him. So the nurse there said, best thing for you to do to calm his ADHD down and his behavior, give him my Benadryl. All right, so I've been giving him Benadryl, but he's still having a little fit and everything, and not too bad right now. You know what I'm saying? He just having some of it, not majorly. And so I've been telling his primary doctor, hey man, listen, he need to be on some kind of medication for his behavior and his ADHD and everything. And his doctor keep on sending me having these tests done on his head. And like I told him, I said Damien has to be asleep before he can have these tests done. If he go into a building, he start freaking out, start
oh.
having a meltdown.
Can I
I
ask
said,
you
"Yo,"
this, Rachel?
I
So
yes, ma'am.
let me ask you this. So
What's that, ma'am?
he's in school. Is he in a what type of classroom setting is he in?
He is in ESC classes. He is on one base. He is assigned to one teacher, and that teacher work with him. And they just only four little kids, but every one of them's got assigned a teacher to them.
So they don't
You
have
know?
a behavior plan for him. I'm sure
Well,
he has IEP, right?
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. But the thing is, this behavior lady,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna tell you something about this behavior later. She's sitting out the door Monday. Watch Damien, how Damien having this fit and everything. Well, I had me and the cop had to get him out of my car to get him into the building. This behavior lady, she ain't nothing.
Uh,
Everybody talking about her in school. She don't help you. She
uh,
don't give you advice, anything at all. I like, okay, well, I mean, I have to step up. We got to do something else. So
right.
besides having it one day a week, now it's going 2 days a week. So she's come to the schoolhouse to see him on Mondays and Tuesdays, and
Okay.
just only for 30 minutes, and that's all. But he is getting OT, and he is getting behavior, and he is getting speech therapy. That's the three things that he is getting in school.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking because they can't just threaten to, kick them out if they have,
Right.
they're supposed to be doing their part with a behavior plan. What you think, Linda?
Where is she? Where are you located? Okay.
Rachel, did she leave?
I think she's having some internet issues.
Oh, okay.
I signed up for the grant for the because I'm gonna try him put him in a behavior school over here, and the behavior school and everything when they because they have a behavior people on staff all the time and everything. And so I went online, I just signed up, but I haven't heard nothing back from them.
Yeah, you were asked where you're at.
Okay,
And
hold on 1 second. Hold on. All right, I will in a minute, Damien. Okay, go ahead, go get in the house. Okay, we will go in a minute. Okay, calm down. Oh, he's having a meltdown because he want to go to Walmart.
Rachel, where are you located?
I am located in Florida, in Sumter County.
Florida. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would almost think that some of this might have to be addressed if you can't get it at the school, and if you're waiting for the grant for the other school, it might have to be addressed with the neurologist or psychiatrist, psychologist through his primary care doctor for a behavior plan and or medication if that's what you're interested in.
Mhm.
Yeah, we gotta have to do something because I mean I've been telling his primary doctor. They said, "Well, we're going to send him to the neurologist." The same neurologist he's already been to 3 times already, and this doctor refused to see him.
Wow.
So yes, that's how bad his behavior is. So like okay, I mean you can try to send him to Orlando over there to Arnold Palmer Hospital, Wendy Palmer. You know what I'm saying? They are high tech specialists and everything. They have good doctors and stuff over there. Well, you got a year and a half wait on the waiting list.
Wow.
Oh, right.
Mm.
So I'm doing my research and everything, and I've been telling his doctor he needs something for his behavior. The referral lady put a referral in for him to go to Leesburg, the same place where I went yesterday with Damien. That he needs something for a his
ADHD.
ADD,
Yeah.
his behavior and everything.
Right.
Oh yeah, he gets so bad. He kicked me. He hits me.
Ooh.
Oh yes, sir.
Oh.
Now he's inside the house right now having a meltdown.
So Michelle asks, is the doctor a developmental pediatrician? What type of doctor is he?
He's a pediatrician.
No kind of specialty behind that, just seeing kids other than.
Yep, yep. He's just pediatrician. There ain't nothing behind that bell. There ain't nothing behind that degree.
Okay, yeah, you might have to look in to seeing a specialist. Um,
I think I need to just go find another doctor because he's so here, Michael. Because he's so old. I mean, he's like 80 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's still practicing. I think I need to find me another one besides Grandpa and Grandma.
oh,
Yeah, you might have to just keep speaking up, switching doctors until you get somebody who's going to actually respond and send him to somewhere where the next doctor, the specialist, be able to treat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do something. I mean, he fit to get kicked out of public school. I mean, I already got the true officer already been on me because Damien refused, don't want to go to school, don't want to get up, don't want to get dressed, to get in the truck. He don't want to get out at the schoolhouse. I mean, I already got him on me. He messed 15 days. I said, dude, you
Wow.
can't mess no more days. You can't. I mean, I'm not going to get in trouble no more. This is it. And they won't even come out and help me. I had to do it on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely have that documented at the school, especially if he's refusing. But I would think the school would try to make some kind of provisions, or uh
Right.
in
That's
his
75. That's 75 pounds I'm picking up.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
that boy is strong and big.
right. I can
that was
understand.
one of the sorry, that was one of the things that we did for Emily was we had to have our pediatrician write an excuse for all her absences that were related to autism or behaviors, and they couldn't mark her as a truant. All the absences under that were excused. You might have to, like I
Yes.
said, if you keep going to another doctor till you find a doctor who's going to hear you and send you to get the proper services, that doctor should also be writing up something like an allowance for behavior and autism for absences.
I write so many of notes. I'm up to the point that I can't write no more notes. I had to go to the doctor to see him, and now he's getting sick again. So he's gonna be out of school. Now I'm gonna take him to the doctor, and he's gonna have to write a note. But he won't let Damien in his office. He does a televisit with him because
Yeah.
he knows he will show his behind in the doctor's office.
Oh, telehealth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia says, um, my son has behavioral problems also. He has been on medication for a year. I didn't want him to be on medication, but natural wasn't helping as he was being physically abusive to me. I know how you feel, Rachel.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, my glasses got kicked off my face and left a scratch mark. Oh yes. So, oh yeah, and then now he want to go to Walmart to go and get some more Halloween floaties. He's got 13 of them in the backyard. And since he want to show his little bit honey today, guess what? He ain't going to Walmart. So that's why he's having a meltdown in there.
Wow. Well, I
Yeah,
hope.
since he want to take the tractor and throw it and hit me with it, guess what? Nope, you ain't going to Walmart. I ain't spending no more money on you today since you learned. That's
Yeah.
why they told me at the children's hospital, don't give in to him. Don't give everything what he wants. Then
Mhm.
he thinks that he could keep on doing it, and then you're going to give in to him. And
That's
that's why
right.
they told me at the hospital.
Absolutely. Don't give in.
Mhm. And definitely ask to see a developmental pediatrician. If not that, a psychiatrist or even a neurologist, can help with the ADHD. Um,
Because the children's hospital, want to know why he ain't giving me no medication for him.
okay. Well, yeah,
The lady said that's weird because since the pediatrician, he should be able to write you some kind of medication for it.
he
I
may
even gave
not
him
be.
melatonin. It don't work. Make it 10 times worse for him.
Yeah, he may.
I gave him.
The doctor, the way you are describing the doctor, he sounds
Hmm.
more old school. So he probably is not really versed
Yeah, hi.
on
And that you
art.
go on Google and look up for Laney facility in Somethingville, and
Uh-huh.
you will see it on there with the old man.
Hmm. Yeah. So I think, like Michelle was saying, try to get you another pediatrician.
Patricia.
Yeah, that's more versed on autism and the symptoms.
Yeah,
They can.
I might have to step up and go to Orlando, but that's okay.
Uh-huh. And I would also talk to the school as far as his absences. And
Yes.
like Linda said, it may be a good idea to get a note.
Mhm.
So that way he will not be, the tardies or absences won't be held, against him or on his record because of, the problems he's having.
Right. Like right now, he's in him having a one old meltdown.
Hmm.
Ugh. And I
Carol
gave him some Benadryl at 108 today.
Okay, Carol Murray says my son has to be on medication for his anxiety, for his behavior.
Hmm.
Definitely do understand that, Carol. Some of us have to, and some of us we either choose not to, or it's not needed. But we have to do what's
Uh,
best for our
all right,
children.
guys. I'm gonna hop over here and take care of him because he is having a one meltdown. But I will
Okay,
be in the chat. Okay.
all right. We're getting
Okay.
ready.
All
Okay.
Hang in
See
there,
you.
Rachel.
Have a good week.
Okay, we're at time, but I'm gonna go through these last comments. We are doing the best we can. Yes, we all are. That's definitely for sure. Our normal pediatrician won't give Jaden meds, only the developmental pediatrician will. Okay. You need to find a new pediatrician and a new neurologist. Yep, I agree. My son has autism, ADHD, and other disabilities. Yeah. Sounds like my son too, Carol. Um, and I want to thank everybody for joining us. We are at time this evening. Um, uh, any last words, Mr. Charles?
Well, just everybody, keep, try to stay optimistic about your kids. That's what I would say. Again, reinforce what I think it was Teresa, what her doctor told her, and that's what she's been told. Don't give in. Kid, you don't want to teach a kid that he can always get his way, because that's your teaching if you give in. So you got to be firm, and yeah, that's what my parents were, and I'm glad they were.
Linda?
I would say everybody hang in there and remember when it's tough on us, it's tough on them, and we're trying to make their quality of life well as well. So just remember that things do get better and it doesn't feel like it in the moment, but they do. And just hang in there and know that you're not alone.
You are not alone, everybody. Have a wonderful week. From Michelle, keep your batteries charged and have fun with your kiddos before it gets old. I know that's right. Stacy says good night. And on that note, good night, everybody.
Good night,
Thank you
everyone.
all
Good
once.
night, everyone.
I appreciate you all. And until next time, same place, same time. Have a great one, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye bye.